Welcome to the Roy Anthony and Friends Show. Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all tap in.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is anybody out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank and Cynthia. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank and Cynthia. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick every Tuesday. Everything is going down. Every Thursday. They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, Roy Anthony every Show. Tuesday. It's during the week, homie. The Roy every Thursday. Show. What you listening to? The Roy Anthony Show. Come on and get a tap in before we gotta tap in. What you listening to? The Roy Anthony every Show. Tuesday. Come on and kick it with us. The Roy Anthony Show. Every Thursday. It's going down, homeboy. The Roy Anthony Show. Tap in. Big Hank. We getting it. What you think? Hey. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank and Cynthia. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the
What it do? What it do? What it do? I know welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. I know I'm looking kind of because I'm getting stuff together. Got to fly out first thing in the morning. Been in meetings all this morning. And I still, when you serious about something, you fight through it because I'm getting my stuff together. I had to fly out back to Los Angeles in the morning. I got so much work I got to deal with. I have auditions along with clients that y'all know I'm a civil designer and work for one of the top civil firms. We're SVE, but we're climbing and stuff. And my stand-up comedy, my entertainment allows me to be Roy Anthony. And welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. My co-stars will be popping up as Cynthia Joy, as Big Hank, along with the co-creators who created the World Entertainment. If you hear me kind of like stutter, we got a little puppy and he's already spoiled. He's 2 months old and he can't stay in the room by himself. And I saw one of the fellas make a comment. First, I want to give, before I get into our comments, let me finish on with these. Like I say, I try to do my oratory before everybody jumps in. And I found something I can do too when I do it, right? I can play music while I'm, yes. Well, I guess it's not playing. There you go. Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. With my co-stars, Big Hank and Cynthia Joy. But they be popping in pretty soon. So what it do? The World Entertainment, which was created by Richie King, aka Redneck, along with the co-creator, our social producer, Blue Phoenix, along with our co-creator. Our co-associate producer. We got my man Aiken Day. One of my co-stars came in right now. I thought I'd flip it up a little bit different for a big Hank.
I see you got the jazz music back there. Just finna go get my joint. Smoke it right now, man.
They sent me a thing that we allow you to have our own music. We gave a music library. I was like, oh, what? You can play
Came
it in
on.
the background. So I was just doing the opening, and I said, "Hey, what
You
if I
had the
change
mood
to that?"
set. You had the mood set right too, man.
And you feel me? I said, "What if I did the voices like this?" It is so good to see you, my brother.
Always good to
So,
see you, Roy,
yeah,
man. Love you, man. Love you, man.
yes. I was going to get into our comments. Love you too, bro. Everyone knows for real. This
Yes,
isn't
sir.
just video Hollywood type stuff, man. This is genuine and
Real
stuff,
live.
and
Real live.
really appreciate them a lot and stuff. It's been a lot of you not when someone's in your life make a change, like when okay, let me be honest. I was holding to my standards about ties. I'm gonna be honest. I was holding to that standard
Yeah.
about my ties. Man, but let
Yes.
me put a pin there before we come back to that. I
Go.
gotta give my credits.
Go.
First, I'm gonna start back over everybody. I had that music and setting the tone, but we gotta get back up to the hype. That's what it is because it's these demons that we fight. We
Yes,
don't
sir.
fight the humans. It's not the
No,
humans' fault. Everything God made is real and it's
that's right.
good. But it's the demons that plagues
Yes,
the
sir.
mind. And these
Them
are what we're trying.
principalities and
Yes,
powers, man. Yes, sir.
yes. Principalities, darkness and evil places, unaware, stuff like that.
Yes,
So
sir.
we
Yes,
try
sir.
to bring to it. So as I go back to the credits, I'm Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show, along with my co-stars, Big Hank. Cynthia Joy be popping in. She's been going through some extreme um, um, physical therapy lately.
Yes.
Stuff, yes, and working so proud of her. So then we have the creators of the dope WO Entertainment, which was created to bring awareness to how our military, veterans, and active commit suicide, along with teenagers committing suicide. And so we honor ourselves to come up. The WO gave us a platform, me and Big Hank and Sit Your Joy, to be the seasoning, the general public, that we talk about subjects that other people may be scared to talk about.
Yeah.
And we try to address it in an intellectual, humorous, and a freedom of speech. It's
Yeah.
who else? I'm the judge, and so sometimes Big Hank will say something, I say something. I have been let go by some companies because of something that I said when it was the truth. But you know what?
Well, I want to interject right there, man.
Yeah.
And when you
Yes,
said we talk about subjects that people don't necessarily want to talk about, I also want to give you props, man, because you do a lot of investigation. You know what I mean? You just don't be talking. You go down in there and find out what it is that they was talking about. So I want to give you props, man, because you really
Thanks, bro.
you really go through the steps. You cross your T's and dot your I's, man. I just want to say, man, I really appreciate you, bro, for that,
Yeah.
man. Keep
Yeah,
doing
well,
you.
because we had to do it for our midterms and stuff in school, high school, college, and then I remember I used to sell essay papers. So like if you was late, I had because I used to
Smart,
love researching since I was a kid, and when I was growing
smart,
up,
cuz. Oh, you smart, cuz.
we just had encyclopedias. So I used to read the encyclopedia from back then. That was my getaway and escape to the world. So
That's
one
all
of the
right.
things I learned is that when we talk, you know, when you're going to debate or tell somebody something, we got to give them facts. And sometimes the illustration tells more than 1,000 words. But
Mhm.
back to these credits. Thank you, though, Big Hank. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate that.
Yes,
And
sir.
he knows my feelings are mutual, and likewise him. I want to give a shout out to Richard King, aka Redneck Pimp, and Goose, who created WO, along with the social producers, Blue Phoenix,
Shout
18.
outs.
Yeah,
Shout out.
always do. We wouldn't be able to do this. We're going around the world basically.
Man, how Blue Phoenix doing, man, with her situation, man? She getting better?
All I hear is better from her.
Good.
What I see and stuff like that. Plus, she's she's ranked in the world for gaming. When I
What you
say
mean?
ranked in the world, I mean in that gaming, yes, she got
Oh,
some.
okay. She got
Oh,
some good ass thumbs in. That what you
and
saying?
she knows how to deal with the hidden secrets and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And, you want to be coached on something. I tell people, look up Blue Phoenix. She hosts one of the shows for the WO, and she's ranked ninth in the world last time I seen. But
Shout out
we
to Blue
also have
Phoenix.
Ethan Daly, and Ethan lives out there in Los Angeles. I said somewhere in California. I said when I go out there, I'm gonna look him up because I was a reference for him. I think he's going to go work for the California Fire Department. He's a very responsible person, and so Um, I also want to give him a shout out. Then our sponsor, because this isn't free,
Mhm.
Matthew Brooks. You know, he
Brooks.
pays for this. Yes. You
Yes, sir.
know, he sponsors. They sponsor our show. You
Shout out to
know,
Matthew
matter of
Brooks.
fact, you know, and it was reported that there's been some people who would love to buy our show.
Shout out to
But we had,
Matthew Brooks, right?
well, we had to talk to Richard King at WO Entertainment because
Yeah.
we took our agreements with them, you know, and
Yes, sir.
I'm a loyal person, you know,
Of course.
but I'm also loyal to my family. So, you know,
Yeah. And we gotta eat.
gotta feed my kids.
Gotta eat, man. They gotta eat, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
so, but WO has been nothing but love for me.
Really
and,
good to me
and
too.
Big Hank,
Me
yeah.
also, man. Me too, man.
And
Love you,
that's why I
Richard
like to
King.
bring up our good
Redneck
neighbors.
Pimp.
Yeah.
Redneck Pimp, my dude.
Yeah. And our good neighbors now, which is expanders, you know, VRS, Veteran Radio Syndicate. We
Yeah.
had the president, Mr. George Pardos in here, put
I
respect to his
remember that.
name, Mr. George Pardos. And they're based out of areas in Ohio, close to Columbus, Ohio area and stuff. And then we have the BB Nation Backwood Veterans over in Oregon, and they're deep and stuff, you
Yeah.
know, and I'm gonna give them a shout out to all the brothers. Sometimes I mix on the names and stuff, so I just like to call them as who they are as a whole, Backwoods Veterans. And then we have the Woe Entertainment. Wait a minute, before I tell Woe, I like to give the Long Beach All Stars. I always love to give the shout to the Long Beach All Stars
Yes, sir.
because Big Hank is deeply affiliated with, if not the president of the Long Beach All Stars, but and it's in the shows. He's such an y'all don't understand. He's humble, but he got his hand in a lot of stuff.
Yes,
He's
sir.
confident where he do, and
Thank
the
you, sir.
neighborhood and all that. So you know,
Thank
and I think that theory is right. I heard somebody say happy wife, happy life. You know,
Happy
I wouldn't know,
wife,
but
happy life.
and I look at Hank, and Hank keep his wife stay happy, and he's
I'll be
been happy.
trying. I'll be trying, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, and so what I was just saying, y'all, he does a way better job than probably what I could. I'm
That's
lacking.
my baby, man. That's my baby. Shoot, I gotta take care of her. That's my
I said one
sweetheart.
day I'm hoping to get. Look, I have to get past the 2 years. I
Yeah.
have never been in a relationship longer than 2 years.
I wonder who fault that is.
Hey, it's mine.
Okay.
I realize that, especially
And
after
look,
the pandemic.
long as you own up to it, man, you got
Oh,
you
yeah,
gotta be,
now, I'll
man.
be
You
honest.
gotta be.
I've learned a lot, you know.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, I want to give a shout out to the Long Beach All Stars and then the WO Entertainment family, along with our personal family, friends, associates, and even those who don't like us.
Mhm.
This is not a confrontation, it's a conversation.
Conversation. Yes,
You
sir.
know, some people like to talk on belligerent stuff, but if you want to have intelligent conversation, me and Big Hank said we would have KKK members on our show.
We don't care. We don't care.
So let's have a conversation.
What's them dudes that mess with? What's them boys that mess with Trump? What's them dudes?
I think they're called
Some kind of boys or something. I forgot.
Some, you know,
I forgot too.
Name, you know,
Got
and
you.
I think, and I personally, because one of them, the president, Proud Boys, I think that's
Proud
what
Boys. There you go. The Proud Boys. Come on, man. Come holler at us.
Yeah. Well, I think one was hanging with Kanye West.
Yeah.
And when somebody said, now I'm gonna go into these comments and stay right there, small block Fuley. Dean Cerny said, hey y'all, he was here. Dean, we love Dean Cerny.
Dean, my dude.
Show back in
Yes,
show,
sir.
for real. He took his picture down. Working with the puppies, but I'm listening. That's what he said.
Yes, sir.
Give him a shout out. And Roy sounded like he's introducing strippers with that music. Coming to the stage. Even though she got half her arm, we don't discriminate.
We call her Little Arm Lisa.
Yeah. Some of the people know her as Big and Small.
half arm Harriet.
Yeah. Thanks, Dean. Then when I said to different groups, he said Antifa or Antifa. Antifa, yes. And which is anti-fascist, It's really is it's like abbreviation for being anti-fascist towards the government. It's anti-fascist people has been going on since over in England. It went through the academy with the pictures,
Okay.
paintings and stuff like that.
Antifa, I heard of it. I heard of it before. I
Yeah,
just didn't really know what it
so
was.
that's and then he answered that Proud Boys support Trump. You
Yes,
see,
sir.
that's what I like is that we all on the same page.
Yes, sir.
You know, we posted sometimes to make this world go around. That's why we're all made differently.
Mm-hmm.
Now they try to say a snowflake isn't the same, but I don't know how they can test that from Oklahoma. It may be some snow in Denver that resembles some snow in Kansas. We don't know that, but I know individuals that I've met has been different.
Everybody.
Everybody's different. May have a similar name.
Right, right. Even if they kind of like, they different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, there's and I think that this is when we outcome. Sometimes I notice, which the military, which veterans should be proud, they went out of their way, put their life on the line for this country.
Mm-hmm.
And probably is depressing when you've been fighting countries that have less tyranny than we do right here at home. You know, it could be sickening.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm just doing hypotheticals because I'm a story writer and I listen to different ones. In my family, my uncle, who when I get to Los Angeles, first thing I'm going to do is go visit my uncle. He's down from Kansas, who was an active soldier in the Vietnam War. He's vocal and everything, but he's at the vet hospital right there on 7th Street in Long Beach.
Okay.
You know, and
shout out to Unc, man. Unc, get better, man. We praying for you.
Yeah, praying for him too. He's 77, should be living like, you know, up to the 90s and stuff. But he prided on serving his country, but he didn't like the scenarios of that they wasn't getting the GI Bill. And this is what a lot of our veterans didn't understand, that a lot of the black veterans didn't get the same money opportunities as the white veterans.
Wow.
And I found this out. Now, it's not the white veterans' fault. It shouldn't even be classified as that. But it's even in the NFL. You know that, Big Hank. Yeah. In the NFL, they considered who could be considered mentally challenged because they said we had so much of a close to being mentally challenged anyway. You know what I'm talking about? In the NFL, you couldn't get so much money because they said, especially for concussions and everything. And if you ever, veterans, I'm asking, you know, I know we can't afford it, but you go to Beverly Hills. I actually talked to 10 different homeless veterans out there who's begging to change. First, I was ashamed because I was like, man, why is my black man always got to be begging? Mm-hmm. Especially out here with these whites, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But then when the guys was telling me, man, we served in the service and can't even get no funders. This dude I met, they called him a squirrel. And he lost both his arms. And I'm not a squirrel, he said a groundhog.
Groundhog.
He used to have to go down and find the underground tunnels where the Vietnam had. And so he found one and they had laced it with explosives. He lost both his arms.
Yeah.
But didn't get no GI Bill.
What?
He was down there on Skid Row going back and forth to Beverly Hills.
That's unfathomable, man.
Yeah.
That's unfathomable.
And so,
for me to put my life on the line, lose my arms, and then y'all kick me out and you don't give me nothing?
Yeah. I would say it like this. If instead of, you know, and this is honest, you know, I ain't worried about, you know, how can I say this? And I wasn't going on this subject because we're going to get on these teachers again. But I would rather them give every veteran, if you went out of your way, a house with a car to give them like, hey, we appreciate it.
That's right. I'll go for that.
It don't have to have no for real.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Because if the situations came grim again, you need somebody who already been trained. How you gonna throw an AK-47 in young dude's hands who hasn't been trained. It was war to come to us. Veterans are taught, are very much appreciated in my books. And
Still on the couch.
why would we go? Why would we give all this money to Ukraine and keep giving Ukraine? And we got homeless veterans here. Yes, that will cause you depression if you find you can't even get medicine. We had the one brother. Oh, you got to get off for a second.
Hold on a second.
Okay, we had a brother named Randy Walters who even served with the Army Rangers, and he said how he had to medicine to bring him back down because he's been trained so hard to be the hand of God that when he comes back into society, it's like, wow, you're facing 10 times the tyranny that you face when you was out there representing our country. It's very well appreciated, but there are some, and I've heard the stories. Even right now, we have Black veterans that is out there, and I'm not saying, oh, we should just look. I'm just thinking it should be equal to all veterans. And then the minorities who can trace history back to, let's say, 1895. If you can, oh, my bad, Big Hank, my bad. I see you. If we can trace, I think that we first give to all veterans, those who served. I don't care if they get in a GI, give them their money.
Yeah, they need their chippers.
Who's making the laws about this ain't winning. You ain't fought in your own block, let alone fought outside. You never had a fight in your life.
He said never had a fight in elementary school or nothing.
Nothing. Give me up your lunch money.
You're like, here you can have it.
Yeah.
Here you can have it.
Man, I was known to fight the punk the bullies.
Man, shit.
You ask my money.
Ain't nobody never took nothing from me, man. Not never.
Nothing.
Even if you got a gun, nigga, we finna fight over this. Nigga. You gotta be messed up.
Said it is. There's no part of the CFR 38 that says a person's skin tone warrants a lower rating.
That's crazy. Part. That's crazy.
And my man, our government wants to pay into the pensions for the citizens of Ukraine, so they have money, but won't take care of that.
Man, what small block, man, small block. That's what we've been talking about.
Yeah, man. Look, it don't take us to be about race. Then that's where they get us with the Great Divide. The Great Divide is us. I'm black, white, veteran, non-veteran. No, we're Americans. And yes, first, I believe in my kids, my parents, my grandparents, my great-great-aunt, my family roots go all the way to the Macon Revolution of 1661. Now, what does that tell you?
Go, man.
Now, I don't care about what the 3%ers say. I can understand, which they're right in a way. See, we let the media spin a negative device on it. The 3%ers never said they was against blacks. They're telling a fact about in the Revolutionary War, the colonies were supposed to supply so many guys. And a lot of them would not fight because the colonies couldn't get the amount. Like let's say all these colonies got to have 100 people apiece. Well, only 3% actually came from that 100, that's why they call themselves the 3%ers. Because some of them was complaining about how cold it was, how the thing was. Why should we fight against these British? And so then they caused a divide. Because I don't know why people thought that the Pilgrims came over here like we are the one. No, they was hungry and they done hit the rock. They done sailed them rock. Queen Elizabeth told them, get these out of England. We're tired of these heathens. That's why we got these rats. They had to make up musical things called the Pied Piper because kids was like, why's all these rats? They fighting on me. He said, don't worry about it, baby. You're going to have a savior. He's the Pied Piper.
Yeah, he bring a venereal disease and everything over here.
Well, because they didn't have a sewer system. They would throw their increments outside the window. To this day, some of them basin things is worth major money. If I'm lying, somebody could tell me if I'm lying. Queen Elizabeth said, we got to do something. Christopher Columbus, with his drunk tail, said, hey, I found some new land. He'll read the map upside down.
Nigga, you don't see all these people already here. Nigga, these people
For real.
already here.
You feel me?
Yeah.
They say, well, set them off there.
Yeah.
We don't hit a rock, man. I don't care. Get them out the ship. They called it Plymouth Rock.
Yeah.
They didn't know how to eat. That's where Thanksgiving comes in. Okay, we think. But some of the blacks, what was called Blackfoots, was here welcoming y'all.
Already.
We was already here.
Already.
They don't want to hear that.
No.
No, you better not ask Senator Marjorie Greene. You better not ask her that. You better not. Not from my standpoint.
No, she'll call the police on you.
Yeah. Our government wants to pay into the pensions for the citizens. So we read that one up. This one, he said another 500 million to Ukraine, but won't even
another
East Palestine, Ohio to even show support. And let me tell you something.
Another 500 million.
Look here. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say, look, when it came down to presidency, because I really believe like what my man Richard King say, it's not even the president. It's your city councilman. It's your judges in your community. It's those who has a say so in our what's that ballot to this what's the ballots that we had to
voting ballots?
No. Each state is given it's a certain ballot and votes to make the president. With somebody electoral votes.
Electoral votes, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that means for so many districts or something like that, right? So my thing is, I don't care rats about none of that. Because no matter what president been in there, I got to deal with the city that I've been living in, which deals with these city councilmen, the mayor, chief of police, and all that. I didn't, only thing I could see wrong with Donald Trump, except being the racist part, was as far as being an economic, because you seen him coming. KKK always covered their faces. So it could have been President Joe Biden and all them other cats down there. It could have been even President Barack Obama. We don't know who's under that mask. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. I'm just being honest. Have you ever seen the movie The Black Klansman?
Yeah.
Black dude, but you know what I'm saying? Who knows? The thing is, until I've been all over. I was down there in North Carolina, Georgia, some of the spots, cotton fields, everything. I get out of space thinking, listen to the media and everything. I get out to go to the gas station. I'm thinking I'm going to be like, hey, boy. It was nothing like that. Electoral College. That's what they told me. Everybody helped me out. Electoral College.
College votes, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, now check this out, man. Now, Tuesday, y'all, we was on the subject and we was filling in. I know that Cynthia Joy probably had to go to therapy because she had texted me last time. I have a very bad I don't look at my phone through on this show. But she said she's at the emergency room with my son. So I was praying, hoping that's all
praying
right.
For you. I'm praying for you, son.
Yeah. The spirit was telling me, look at your phone. I never do. And it said that she's at the emergency hospital.
With her son.
With her son.
We're praying for you, Cynthia Joy, you and your family.
Yes, most definitely.
Sir. Yes,
now,
sir.
as everybody knows, that Tuesday, we had, our segment was about teachers teaching our children sexuality and then telling them that you don't have to tell your parents. Dean said the railroad is controlled by the FRA, Federal Railroad Administration, the federal government. The government is just as guilty as Norfolk Southern. The only reason they're going to EP is because Trump went first. Hey, you know what? I believe that. I believe that. And that's the thing. It's all politics. They all kind of dirty because I thought
they all are dirty. They ain't kind of dirty.
All the military stuff. You know what? You can't be like, well, I volunteer in my house. Look, man, what you doing with classified documents
at the house, at your house, in your garage.
And if you really want to help us, President Biden, instead of helping Ukraine, you are the author and the curator of the crime bill that you first initiated to President Ronald Reagan, former President Ronald Reagan, which causes mass incarceration. I wouldn't be surprised if him and his son and Nancy Pelosi and Donald Trump and so on, so all of them got their hands in these personal prisons. It's extra money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't trust none of them because I look at the track record and I try to figure out what have they done for you and me.
Not nothing.
So I want people to understand I'm not into that politics. I'm into a manager.
Get into it.
Equalness. If he gets $200 for this type of labor, I want $200 for that type of labor. That's only fair for me to say. When we go to Walmart and stuff, I got to stand in a long line like you unless we figure out a way to, we can check out together and I split my part. You know, I mean, for real. You know, but I'm just saying is Walmart don't discriminate when you going through that register.
No, they just want that green. They just want them greenbacks.
Yeah, they sure they don't discriminate when they catch somebody shoplifting. I've seen them get both. I've seen a white and black couple.
Yes, sir.
So why can't we come together? So one of the things we come together is about these teachers teaching our kids sexuality. That's what we went over Tuesday. And then most of all trying to say you're going to have to tell our kids. Man, if that isn't borderline.
They don't have to tell their parents.
That's a borderline of, that's a borderline of pedophile. Now, I got where not only now are they teaching sexuality with our kids, but why are they having sex with the kids?
Come on, man. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that.
In a case that shocked the country, the teacher impregnated by her 8th grade student will face a judge for the first time this morning. Our Sophia Ojeda is live downtown with the latest and some pretty serious charges against her, Sophia.
Yeah, good morning, Rachel. She is now facing continuous sexual abuse of a child after she admitted to having a sexual relationship with her 8th grade student. Prosecutors say 24-year-old Alexandria Vera, a teacher at Stovall Middle School, not only engaged in a sexual relationship with one of her 13-year-old students, the mother of one also got pregnant by the 8th grader. But in court documents, Vera says the student's parents knew about the relationship and they approved of it, allowing the teen to spend the night at Vera's home in Spring where they would engage in sex on a regular basis. She told an investigator she would drop him off at home in the morning so he could catch the bus to school. The relationship allegedly lasted for 4 months.
And let me tell you something. I know Big Hank has left his
right here. I'm right here, cuz I gotta take the trash out.
Oh yeah, no problem. He had to do house chores while he was working. Dean said that is nothing but grooming. And he said we can. Dean said, small black fuel. He said we can keep that just between us. Don't tell your parents. That's a groomer. And no matter, okay. Some people will say, oh, that teenager, or he was blessed. Now, this ain't a teenager. This is a middle school. Middle school is between 12 and 11, 12, and 13 because that's 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Now, we may look at the woman and say as a dude, oh.
Nigga.
I put teacher, like that song by, what's his name, Van Halen?
Yeah.
Leave something. Somebody help me out. It was a rock and roller. It'd be like "Hot for Teacher." He came out with them videos around when the MTV first came out. Remember me in your neighborhood? In our neighborhood, we was watching all them videos. My house in the middle of the street, because there was music for the you know, we didn't see music videos, and they had to show all that.
She was nice looking. Yeah. She was nice looking, but she still, man, you can't be messing with nobody. Come on, these is kids, man.
Yes.
7, 8
point. That's the point I'm saying. Now, he said Hank was just proving that, saying happy wife, happy life.
Yes,
yeah. Because you was taking that trash out. in the middle of 1.5 million people.
Yeah, she took the trash out and set it on the
I
side.
didn't even think about that until small block few.
Small block.
Everybody, look. Now that's why I was telling them, like, now it's on the podcast, and I see you taking the trash out. You ain't doing nothing, then you still ain't take the trash out. When are you gonna take the trash out?
That's right, man. That's right.
But you know, does it make it acceptable as a young male? Do we say he's got lucky because the teacher is hot?
Yeah.
But we can't have our cake and eat it too. We don't want them to talk about sexuality, but you're telling me you want them to perform.
No, man. And he gonna be mentally messed up, man. Because when you start doing stuff to kids at those ages, because I went through it. I went through the same, not the same thing he went through, but I went through something as a youngster at 5 and 6. My babysitter used to put me on top of her.
Yeah.
She's 17 years old. Okay. And so guess what happened to me, man? I ended up having a baby at 14 years old because I messed up now. I'm playing at 8, 9 years old. I'm trying to fuck. And all the little girls around my neighborhood, we playing hide and go get it. I'm in the backyard. I'm really trying to get down. They like, nigga, we don't do that yet. We too young for that. What are you doing? And so, man,
that's what it's talking about. It's taken from the innocence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Eating from the forbidden fruit to now you recognize you naked.
Yeah, it's gonna mess that kid up, man.
Immorality. See, and this is my part. Like, now this woman we showed, there's countless. If y'all look it up, there's countless of them. But why, bro, I showed that particular lady is because she and got impregnated. And then she tries to say, their parents knew. He gave you permission to give us some extra studying.
Yes. We thought he was going over there to study with you, get some extracurricular study habits, get some extra credit.
Came back.
We thought you get extra credit, not extra kids.
When I was in high school, my mother said they were saying if you get a girl pregnant, you're gonna have to quit school and take care of that baby. Because all my friends was having babies. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I started messing with Jimmy hats by going to the restaurant. They didn't sell them to our age. You had to put a quarter in this machine and get it free. But now, since he got pregnant by a little boy, does he got to quit 8th grade, get a job? He done took his innocence.
Yes, sir. Messed him up, man.
He'll be smoking a pack of cigarettes or drinking a 6-pack in the night.
And yeah, that's because that's who he's gonna start hanging around with. He's gonna start hanging around older dudes that's out there trying to take care of their kids. He's gonna fall into something that he ain't supposed to fall into. It just take you, that kind of stuff, man, it just take you down the wrong path. That's what it does do, man. And it makes you go down the wrong path.
And we're both men, and so somebody said, well, what about the little girls? You know, because Cynthia's in and stuff. I mean, now when it comes to my daughter, not saying I would love that for my son, because each way it ends, it's a butt whooping. Somebody gets served and going to jail too at the same time. Public humiliation. But I, don't know. And Deuce, like, there are stories like this every week. I was gonna go on a commercial break, but this got real interesting. And remember we've been talking about life insurance and living wills. For real, man. Yes. Sometimes we'll laugh at it, but we can afford it. Because I'm finding out life insurance isn't just, I'm gonna tell you, the Black community, we have it bad for thinking life insurance is just that if we die, that makes somebody kind of hesitate on getting it because they not cool with their family. So like, why should I leave them MF or something? You know what I'm saying? But I want to bring these, like, I didn't know really what a living will is. Do you know what one is, Big Hank?
A living will, not exactly living will, but it got something to do with your estate and all that kind of stuff. You frozen? That nigga froze. Hey, man. Hey, Mr. Anthony, sir. He froze, y'all. Hey, I don't know what he was talking about, the living will, or if it's have anything to do with your estate or not. But I'm gonna talk about what I came on the show to talk about. I got the little sports section, man, and I don't know if anybody been watching this boxing lately. First of all, there ain't hardly nothing going on right now. There ain't no basketball, no football, nothing on right now. But I don't know if anybody heard of Jake Paul. I know y'all heard of Jake Paul, the entertainment boxer. I was bringing it up because Roy is a real boxing fanatic. He loved boxing. And I wanted to get his opinion on Jake Paul. Because I remember when he first started, it was like supposed to be kind of like a joke, you know, an entertainment cat trying to box. And I remember he boxed, remember little Nate Robinson. So Nate Robinson played for the Knicks and stuff back in the day, and he got in the ring, and Jake Paul knocked him all around the ring, wearing him out, knocked his ass out. And so, but we didn't think nothing of it, you know what I mean? Because Nate Robinson played basketball, he ain't no boxer. And so, but the boy Jake Paul, he been knocking everybody out. He just knocked out Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva was a champion in his weight division at one time. A champion in his weight division at one time. And Jake Paul just knocked him out in the first round. And so I wanted to give Roy Anthony a shot at hollering at me because he know a little bit about boxing. And I just wanted to get his opinion, man. I think Jake Paul is he's pretty good. Pretty good. He ain't no punk. And he liked to fight. That's Jake Paul thing. He liked to fight. Yeah. Some cats don't like to fight. Even some cats that's boxers don't like to fight. But they just do it because it's their job. Jake Paul liked to fight. He liked to get in there and rough it up. So shout out to Jake Paul, man, and keep doing your thing, Jake Paul. And then there was another subject I wanted to talk about, man. Like I said, it ain't too much going on. It ain't no baseball season, basketball season. The basketball, they're going through the little all-star thing, so they took a break, like a week break, and then and football season is over with. So you got track, and then you got college basketball, stuff like that. So I wanted to bring up the subject about the Alabama basketball player that shot his girlfriend, killed his girlfriend, man. Can you imagine that? Imagine that you in college, your girlfriend is I think she was pregnant too, I'm not sure. But the story was that his girlfriend started messing with another guy. Well, I think it's his baby mama. I think that was his baby mama was his girlfriend. He got a baby by her already, I believe. But she got another boyfriend. And so she was coming to tell him that it ain't gonna be me and you no more. I got me another dude now. And my man, he wasn't going for that at all. So my man, he called his boy up. He said, man, bring my thing. Yeah, let me bring my thing. Now, the dude that he told to bring him his thing, bring him the heat, is another basketball player. You understand me? Another basketball player that played on the team, and he asked him to bring him his heat. And so they're gonna make him an accessory too. When he brought him his heat, he was already there with with another partner of his. And when they brought him the heat, he shot at the dude that was with his girlfriend, and the dude that was with the girl, he shot back at them niggas and shot one of the basketball players. So man, they was having a OK Corral shootout in the middle of the street on the strip. Basketball players in college over this girl, man, who had the baby by the other dude, man. So it's really a tragedy because all them dudes finna lose. Both them cats finna get 20-something, 30 years to life. And then I guess the other dude that shot back, he gonna get some time. And then the dude that brought the gun, he gonna get some time. It's gonna be a whole big old thing. And then the lady who had the baby, she dead. Man, so it's gonna be a big old thing, man. Alabama gonna be messed up for a minute. I just want to shout out to you, Roy, man. I tried to keep it going, man. I love you,
Oh
bro.
man, you was doing well, man. Matter of fact, I kept showing in whatever video. I'm gonna have to talk to the two ladies. We had the ladies, to my understanding, Jill and I have to find their names. They was here on the show, had made commercials, but somehow it didn't come out. Their name was Jill and Jacqueline.
Okay.
That was going to be speaking. I had the video of it, but for somehow it needs to be compressed.
Okay.
So I probably took it in my editor or something because it was saying it was too big. And right when I played it, it just froze me all the way out. Like
man, you was froze too.
And so I kept hearing you, man, holding it down, and I appreciate it. That's how I know, like, hey, good stars, you know, the co-stars, I couldn't have it. Sometimes we have technical difficulties, and next week I'll be around Big Hank when we're doing the show live.
Yes, sir.
I'll be around him. Sometimes he go walking around or something. I may walk around with him. Mentioning though, I heard you talk about these cats that were shooting basketball players, and I want that. What was they mad about?
They was mad. It was over a girl. Okay, that's what it was. It was over a girl, and she was down there to visit him, but she brought her new boyfriend.
What? What type of?
Yeah.
Oh, she started mess. I thought it was something like this. That's the only why I thought it was something like this. Especially with his food. Watch. Oh, it's not coming on. Right. Check out it.
The more he thought about it.
Messing with his food.
He like, did this nigga just eat a piece of my whole cake? Wait a minute. Let me get mad at this nigga right now.
Hey, that's what I was laughing about. And I was also, when I said, you ever seen somebody who's tipsy? Now, wait, I want to get this right. Hold up, okay? Are you telling me that this dude is calling his girlfriend to come down and visit him? She comes to visit him with a new boyfriend.
I think if I read it right, I think that's what happened, man. And so look, so now when he see it, he like, oh hell no, man, let me call my boy. Hey man, I need my thing. I need the heater. I need my pistol. And so one of his players, one of his homies that's on the basketball team brought him a pistol.
ESPN, that's what happened on that, because they said that he's guilty for taking the gun over there to him. Because at first the headline, let me tell you how the media read it.
Yeah.
College basketball player arrested for the murder
of his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He just took the gun over to somebody else.
No. They both play basketball. He brought the gun to the murderer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he brought the gun to the guy that killed the girlfriend, and they both on the same basketball team.
What the world?
Yeah. Man, listen, the guy, her new boyfriend, he had a gun too. He bust back at the niggas.
So are you saying that it's the new boyfriend, the basketball player as well?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure though. But dude, Darius Miles his homeboy was with him. I want to say his last name was Davis, and they just making him accessory because he was there, I believe, because he got shot by the boyfriend of the girl. He was with dude, and so I don't know, man. It
couldn't have been a stray bullet, like, and
no, it ain't no straight. Ain't no straight.
The thing to me is the one who went and got the gun should get a little bit more time than the one who's heartbroken, because that's an emotional situation.
Yeah, I got you. I feel you. I feel you. What's the trip though? They ain't even charged the dude that brought the gun yet. They ain't charged him yet. They only charged
the one with more, because okay, why am I gonna put a gun in an emotional person's hands?
Oh man, listen, man. They
I'm the one to be
young.
like, hey man, you don't need no gun at this
Yeah.
time, bro.
Yeah.
You know. But I'm thinking about, okay, the girl should be charged as well.
She
You
did.
know that this dude is emotional.
She did, man.
Yeah, she should. You done started this. Okay, would you be mad at me? Look here, Big Hank. Would you be mad at me? If I let you, if this was you playing, you know, Big Hank don't drink. I've never seen Big Hank drunk. But what if you was tipsy and I had you doing this?
So they just came and eat left. Come on, Rob. Come on, Rob.
He didn't even move his feet. That the
got
rope
so
just
lost,
wrapped around his head.
He thought he was gonna double dutch, and he got so concentrated into it.
That nigga just leaned his head in there, bam.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
That's crazy.
Dean said, first, Mom said the whole story sounds like a bunch of bad decisions from the
That's
beginning.
exactly what it is.
Ruined lives for nothing.
Yes,
Because,
sir.
and I totally agree with you. And Dean said too many spoons in the same cereal bowl. Exactly. That he put that that backward spin on it. Because she
Yeah.
bowl of cereals, those who try to
Yeah,
understand.
she got them all. Everybody dipping up in that.
This is too animalistic. Because when I was a kid, I had a dog. We had a dog. He was getting older, and there was a dog running around in heat.
Yeah.
And he went around with the pack trying to get one and ended up getting killed. Right? Okay, it's just for real. Younger dogs tore his tail up. You know, you know what I'm saying? Move your old tail out the way.
Oh man, you in the way, man. Watch out.
Exactly. The lion herds do that. The lion tribes do that. The lion of young Bill is like, you know what? I'm gonna challenge you. Now, if the king ain't on point, he gonna get whooped by the young guy. He gotta go stay in the cave like on Musafa's that uncle and all that, right? Now, here's this girl. You done brought this dude down here to what? That means that she's catfishing him. But here it is. Now, who got killed?
She did.
Her boyfriend?
No, she did.
She did, right?
She got killed.
Oh, well.
She got killed.
See, that was because she caught up in the middle.
That's what happened. They were shooting at each other and she got caught, by one.
I hope this means something. Now, I'm not saying that. First, I didn't know that the woman got killed. I think I didn't hear it correctly. And so I'm not want her to go to jail while she's dead. No. I'm just saying is that because at first I was like, she needs to be charged too.
I got you. I understood.
She died on the scene. Yeah. Then the situation's kind of made it where, man, all three of them guys.
And listen, the guy who was shooting, the basketball player who was shooting at the other cat, he pleading, he's saying it wasn't his fault. He's saying dude shot first. That's what he's saying. But they both got guns, so they don't, they saying they were shooting back in self-defense. That's what the basketball players are saying. They saying the dude that she brought blasted them first.
But it's to each other's word. They have to see the camera footage and who was getting aggressive.
That's right. Nobody knows.
When you left, let one leave and come back with a gun, because now that meant that the situation could have been de-escalated.
Right.
You showed up with the gun, that means you was planning on escalation. Because if the other guy letting you know I got a gun, and he's like, I got a gun too. Man, George, go bring me my gun.
Bring me my gun, yeah.
You just as escalated just as well. All y'all. I think the brother who came down there and stuff, but then I could see where, hey man, I just got me a nice girlfriend and stuff. Just because y'all went through y'all thing, now you on like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, man.
It's really crazy, man. It's real crazy.
And what's the trip is that I just showed the white lady teacher, right? You remember the time when the little white girl stabbed another little girl in the classroom. Well, not here. There was white girls stabbed
I don't
another,
remember that. I don't
and they
remember
took it to court. Man, let me show you this, man. And stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. We be wanting to talk while the video's playing, but their system, StreamYard and YouTube, they mute us when we play these videos.
This is the Onion News Network, keeping you safe from the lies.
We begin tonight with an update on a story we've been following all week. Hannah Stevenson, the 16-year-old girl from Detroit, accused of stabbing a classmate to death with a screwdriver last month. At her arraignment this afternoon, Hannah received the harshest possible sentencing from the judge. She will be tried as a black adult.
Due to the extreme and violent nature of this crime, this court finds it fitting to try the defendant as an African American. Henceforth, you will be referred to for the jury by the name Bondell Brown.
Once the trial begins next week, all courtroom images of Hannah will depict her as a 300-pound muscular black man, and jury members will be instructed to imagine her as such.
We're going to do our best to make sure that Hannah is treated with the sympathy and sensitivity that she, as a photogenic white girl, deserves.
This is America. Nobody deserves to be treated as a black man.
Now that Hannah has been ruled black, the court has instructed local media to assume she's guilty, and the police have retroactively charged her with assaulting her arresting officer. Hannah's 24 character witnesses have been replaced by a single crack addict who goes by the name of Skaggs. Hannah's parents are, of course, planning to appeal the ruling, saying that their daughter should at most be tried as a black celebrity or a stunningly beautiful Filipino lady. Every time I hear a story like that, it makes me so glad I'm exempt from the legal system.
When you follow Fact Zone's Brooke Alvarez.
The onion news, nigga. The onion news. When they said onion news, I knew something was up. Onion news.
Then it only came up with 3 triangles. He tried to say something on it and something. That's what I'm saying. I know somebody like what, but you know what? They make that parody because.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's been some hard sentences, and I've seen guys, and like I was saying about this military, our military should be able to get houses.
And they need some change. Just don't give me a house and a car and then leave me there to kind of figure out how to pay for it.
$500 million to Ukraine. My thing is this: if I heard somebody fighting in my neighbor's house, and I ain't gonna get involved. I'm gonna be probably like another neighbor standing outside acting like I'm watering lawn. What's going on over there? But I'm not going in there like Captain Save-All. And that's how I felt like we're doing with Ukraine. I've heard more about Ukraine when Hunter Biden, whatever he was doing, then former President Trump was holding something back from some help if they don't help with this. I'm like, they've been getting help all this time. Now, so I heard that they rejected the Chinese peace treaty. China trying to get in there and try to get a peace treaty because we giving weapons to fight, to help Ukrainians fight against Russia. We did the same thing with the Afghanistans to fight the Russians off the border, you remember? Next thing you know, what we got? We got planes flying into our buildings, orchestrated by the same guy we taught military stuff and supplied them with weaponry. Come on, man. You think a dude who gives a voice for Paddington the bear is going to care about us? You put him in there. There's a reason that he didn't be part of NATO. We don't know him because he had a voice on Paddington Bear. We don't know nothing about the Ukrainian people. I ain't never seen him bring Roy Jones Jr. down there like President Putin did. I'm not saying I'm on Putin's side because I don't know him personally, but it seems like he's cool with Roy Jones Jr., Stephen Scott. Some of my black friends gone over there. They said they kicked it. I never seen, what I've seen from Ukrainians is that they was kicking black college students from Africa off the trains in the middle of the first bombing. Now, I'm supposed to feel sympathetic to them. Why? I sympathize with all people, but first I would like to take care of my own country. Don't they got rubles and all that stuff? Natural gold and all that stuff? You got the natural gas line running through there. What the world you need money from us? You got enough. You partying so much, you should have been prepared. Stop asking for us to help. You can't be a government if you then why you need to side with them. We ain't here to protect you all the time. For real. I don't understand why we do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now and I ain't saying that it's wrong or whatever, but that's them people's backyard. You look on there, and here's Russia, man. I found out that they owned Alaska at one time. I don't know if anybody can see it. They owned Alaska at one time. They sold it to America in the 1850s something. Now here's Russia. All this brown is Russia. And here's Ukraine. Let me show you where Ukraine is. Ukraine is a little old country, man. Right here, it's all in the brown. All that. I don't know if anybody can see that. It's a big old brown spot. That's the Soviet Union. And they're saying that this little spot, and we're shelling all this money to them. Well, man, we out of here, bro.
Hey, what you think about Jake Paul, man?
Oh, that's right, on sports. You know what? If anybody got popularity for their beginning fights, he's the supreme of that. See, he ain't no real fighter. Most people aren't real fighters when they're 10, their first 10 fights.
Right. He liked to fight though.
I'm just saying this, and he's marketing himself.
Yes, sir. You know he just beat up Anderson Silva, right?
Yeah, but see, he's picked, and this is what I'm saying. Whenever you see I'm a Terrence Crawford.
I know. He ain't ready for none of them cats, not at all.
What I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. But I think Terrence Crawford is 38-0. Now, when he was 10-0, I didn't really know of him that much. I knew of him some, but I didn't know his fights and stuff until he started getting. Jake Paul is in the middle of those 10 fights.
Yeah, he about 3-0.
He just made himself popular.
Yes, sir.
He's still learning.
Yeah. I
want to see how he do against Tommy Fury, because that's what I want to see. That fight counts twice. And I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think if Jake Paul had something to do with Fury couldn't get into the United States, they couldn't. Fury's team couldn't understand.
Yeah.
Because his brother was like, "Man, I'm over there all the time." He said, and then next you know, here's Jake Paul's like, "Yeah, he would mess that up," and that's when he fights Silva.
Yeah.
I think he has something to do with it.
I knew you would know about it. I knew you would know something about it. Look, I done got froze now. Yeah, but I knew you would know something about this. This your thing. Boxing is your thing.
Oh, man,
so I knew you would know.
I love boxing. Just like they've been saying, like the promoters and all this. I remember when the one with Al Heyman, they went to court against the promotional companies like Golden Boy, Bob Arum's Top Rank, that he wasn't a promoter, that he is an advisor, which is different, a manager type.
Yeah.
But his name pops up. It seems like a lot of his fighters won't fight the fights. Like when Deontay Wilder should have fought Anthony Joshua. I couldn't understand why. I just knew he's going to knock Anthony Johnson out.
Right.
And then Andy Ruiz went in there and knocked him out. But then he lost because Andy Ruiz kept wanting to go down to Taco Tuesdays and eat up tacos all the way through Saturday. Remember, he got a little bit too heavy. He couldn't claim the belts. But they supposed to be matching up him and Deontay Wilder.
I want to see it. Y'all want to see it?
I think Garcia, one of the most anticipated right now that is aimed for April 15th is Gervonta Davis versus
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Well,
that's my dude.
Finally, him and Andy. Is it Andy Garcia? I know that's an actor.
I
apologize if I'm saying his first name, but I know his last name is Garcia.
Yeah, I like Gervonta Davis.
They're ready to fight. What I don't understand, before we get off of here, is I see a lot of bickering from guys on YouTube about who's fighting, who this and who that. They done went to where they attack each other and all that. Man, it's a sport. None of us is in that ring.
No.
I don't get hyped up because Terrence Crawford hasn't fought Errol Spence. To me, Terrence Crawford done did everything. When he went over across, when nobody in the U.S., this is when I started supporting Terrence Crawford big time. When nobody wanted to fight Ricky Burns, let alone fight him in his backyard. That's when I compared him with Mayweather, because Mayweather went to New Jersey to fight Arturo Gatti in his backyard. And all them people was booing Mayweather.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They was doing the same to Terrence Crawford. And guess who came out with the belts? There it is.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I love you, man. I'll see you tomorrow morning, man. Tomorrow afternoon, I fly in. Y'all pray for me. Please pray for Cynthia Joyce at the hospital with her baby boy. She's not one of those where every time you look up, something goes on. This has to be because she's very particular about her babies.
Yes, sir.
And so y'all pray for her.
Hey, Roy, be careful coming in, man. Tomorrow, man, it's gonna be raining like cats and dogs out here, man. You gotta be careful. Yeah.
Wow. Spoiler alert. Because it was 50 something in Kansas City. I go back and forth. Yeah. And, I be missing. And everybody knows, been, trying to help with family and stuff back and forth. But man, I'm gonna put that in appreciation, bro.
Peace out, man.
Man.
Love you, man.
Love you, man. Love you too. God bless everyone.
God bless y'all, man. The worldwide world.
Welcome to the Roy Anthony every Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all Welcome to the Roy Anthony every Tuesday and every Thursday. Welcome to the Roy Anthony every Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all tap in.